Testing. Let's see here. All right. Okay, so, oh crap. Come on. Hold on, man. There we go. Okay, very good. Here we go. Okay, so for this exercise here, I want to know when I move to certain. So I'm watching what you're doing down here on my phone. So, yeah, there we go. All right, so when I move to certain places, I want you to be able to catch me in real time, all while being able to center the camera before you transition it over. Okay, so like if I so like how it is now, right? So if I come up here where Mike sings at, right? So now I'm up here. So I want you to hit that shot that's over here by the wall to be able to catch me. So not the middle camera, not the middle one. This one over here to your right. It should be your right. Yep. Okay. And so like if I'm Mike, if I'm singing, then you would zoom in. You would zoom in on that before you even change it over. You see what I mean? So that way, by the time you zoom that in, it's already is on him. You can see him singing. You know what I'm saying? The whole shebang. And when it goes back to the choir, at that point, so now I'm up here, right? So at that point, now that's when you switch it back over to the middle, and then you center it to where my head ain't cut off or anything like that, and you're able to catch me before you even change it over. All right? All right, so right now, the top of my head is cut off. You gotta lift it up. Okay? All right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Lift it. Yep. Yep. Very good. Okay, so when that happens, okay, now let's try. All right, so now I'm about to go right back over here where Mike is, and I want you to get it right before you even shift it. Before you even shift it over, get it right, and then shift it. very good, very good, very good. Okay, all right, so let's say I'm standing over here and I'm praising God and all that, and I'm praising God, and now you want to catch me in that that space where I'm praising. I'm over here by my chair, and now you got to hit the other camera. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Very good. Okay. So now, with any camera angle, the main focus is always whoever's on the main stage. So as long as the speaker isn't up, the main people that you would always, the majority keep the focus on is the singers themselves. Unless Mike is singing, then you would hit him. Unless you're trying to catch something, like I'm over here clapping my hands or somebody's up dancing, something like that, or stuff. But you wouldn't hold any other angle for too long. That's the main goal right there. So for instance, it would be like, okay, so bring it back up here to the choir. I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay, all right, okay, so I'm singing, all right. Now Mike is saying something, all right, so Mike is saying something, so shift it real quick. Yep, very good. Okay, so Mike is doing something. All right, now shift it back to the main stage, to the singers. Yep. Okay. All right. So that's typically how it will go. So any other shot that you get will probably be within 15 seconds, something like that, between like 10, 15 seconds, and then you're switching back to the main stage of whoever is the actual who have the main spotlight. So if it's a choir that's doing all the singing, and you want to hit another angle or another shot, you will go over there for about 10, 15 seconds, go back to the main stage. If it's Mike, if he's saying something, as soon as his verse is over, you go back to the main stage. You know what I'm saying? And that way, and that's what I mean by, like, you don't hold the angle for too long. Okay, so let's say I'm down here and I'm preaching, right? Okay, so now I'm down here. At that point, the goal would be this right here. So one of the things that you were good at is it is like the TikTok videos and stuff like that. So you would do the camera angles the exact same way that you would think of like your TikTok videos and your live feeds and stuff. Because when I rearrange my videos, it's going off of the shots that you take from the cameras, right? So this is the main stage, this middle camera, right? So right now you have me in this left camera over here, your left. So that's fine, but you wouldn't hold that angle for too long. So you would hit me there, probably be about 10, 15 seconds. You would go right back to the middle. See what I'm saying? And you would hold that middle angle the longest. But however, it would be like you would hold it for like a minute, you know what I'm saying, like a couple minutes. Then you would hit me from another camera lens, another camera space. And that's how you shift it around. See what I'm saying? And, or like so right now, you got me in this left focal point over here. So let's say I done moved and walked over this way, right? Immediately, this this right camera. The camera to your right is where you would hit me at. You know what I'm saying? And then you would have that as a focal point. But typically, knowing me, I'm not gonna stay there for too long. You know what I'm saying? So in that, I'll be right there for a hot second. Okay, that's what we need to work on right there. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Was you changing that before you shifted it? Like was you zooming it in and making it right before you transitioned it over? Okay, that's what, all right. So let's come up with something that can help make that just a little bit quicker. Because it's a delay. Mm-hmm. I'm already over here. Ah, okay. Got you. Understood. Okay. All right. Okay. So by the time you shifted it up there, I'm already moved. No one's standing there. Got you. Understood. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna start doing then? Okay. All right. Okay. I got you. So I'm gonna start being more disciplined. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna hang out. So I'm not gonna be far from over here, right? So pretty much I'm gonna maneuver right around here from now on. So regardless of what camera lens you hit me from, I should be able to be seen regardless whether or not I move or not, right? So in that, okay, yep, very good. Okay. So with an angle, so with this middle angle, you will hold this for, like I said, like a minute, couple minutes, then you will hit me from one of the side views for at least about 10, 15 seconds, then you'll go back. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute, 2 minutes, you will hit me from the other side view. You know what I'm saying? And that way, what that does is that anybody that is watching, it keeps it from being stale. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're just looking at the same camera angle for too long, yep, exactly. If they're looking at the same camera angle for too long, they'll just be, oh my God, it's boring, case may be. You know what I'm saying? But when it's shifting like that, then that way it's keeping their focus, it's keeping their attention, for lack of better words. Okay, so that's a good vantage point right there that you got. That's a good vantage point. Okay, when you're going down the middle, okay, when you hit me down the middle, I want you to zoom a little more in. Yep. Okay. A little bit more in. Yep. So anytime you hit me from the middle, about right there is good. It's a good angle. And you will hold that for probably like I said, like about 1, 2 minutes. And now that I know that is that much of a delay, I'm not gonna go out of the space that I could be hit. So regardless of where you hit me from, you should always be able to see me in some way, shape, form, or fashion in one of these. So when you're hitting me, don't let it be too wide of a view. You know what I'm saying? So try to zoom in, not a lot, But however, like maybe just as close, maybe a little less than where this middle camera is. Okay, so go to your right camera. Yep, okay. All right, lift it up because my head's about to get cut off, and zoom in. Yep, yep, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so move it out. You see where the podium is kind of cut off a little bit? So you want to get everything kind of at least as centered as possible. A little bit more. For anyone watching, this is just a test. For anybody, yep, very good. Yep, for anybody watching, this is just a test. We have to get the cameras right, so that's all this is. It's not a service, it's just a test right now. Yep, very good, twin. Yep, so from this angle, that's a great shot right there. That's a great shot. So anytime you hit me from this camera, it should look just like this. So kind of remember how these angles look, because this is what you would do again, you know what I'm saying, throughout the service. And like I said, you wouldn't hold it for too long. It's about 10, 15 seconds, you would go back. You go back to the middle. Hold it for about 2 minutes, 10, 15 seconds. You go to the next one, you know what I'm saying, hold it 10, 15 seconds, go back to the middle. You know what I'm saying, 1, 2 minutes, go to the next one, 10, 15 seconds, go back to the middle. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how that presentation would look always on the camera angles. Because because once I do my videos and things like that, because of your camera angles, I'll be able to have it real smooth. So hit this left camera over here. Let's look at that zoom and how that will look. Yep, very good, very good. Yep. Okay, so now the other issue the other issue that we've been having is are you able, on that SSP screen, are you still able to see what's on the no?